Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Monday, Moon Day, May 13th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 8 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. I'm not sure what it is that I'm feeling today, but I know yesterday, I didn't want to say too much either. But at the same time, those of you who are sensitive to energy are probably feeling it all. But yesterday's energy was interesting. And now we come into today's energy. And the moon enters into Leo and it's creating a T-square between Mercury in Aries and Pluto in Aquarius. And for me, I feel like big misunderstanding energy today, but I feel like that was brewing from yesterday. Even though yesterday's energies felt so Netflix and chill, cool and calm. But to me, today's energy will feel almost as if it's like a thing ignites, like sparks a fire type of vibe. Whereas like yesterday felt so cool and calm, but really it's like maybe with yesterday's energy, you know, one couldn't do something about something. So let me focus my attention somewhere else. Where today's energy though, I think of like the moon being the ruler of the day because today is Monday, Moon Day, and the moon is in Leo. So our inner world is in a place where we'll have courage to do, to do whatever, even if it's something that we probably have no business doing it. So I think of I don't focus on what's happening in the world normally or know at all really, because I don't know, I am ignorant to it. Ignorant to it meaning I ignore it because it's just a lot. But when it comes to today's energy, it just feels like maybe from Saturday, something has been brewing, or from Friday, the 10th, something has been brewing under the surface. It's almost like, say from Friday, it would remind me of someone smoking a cigarette in a forest where everything is all dry and the rain hasn't fallen in a long time. So with the rain not haven't fallen in a long time, it's like, I think of emotion and compassion is absent. So someone's smoking a cigarette in a place where things are already tense and they drop the cigarette and on Friday, and then on Saturday, it's been catching, and Sunday, it's been catching, but today you see a blaze from what happened Friday. And you see a blaze from what happened Friday, and it's like today, everything seems so out of control to a certain extent as we try to get back order to where yesterday was like, I remember yesterday, it's like yesterday's energy kept reminding me of the feeling where it's like, say after someone's passed, we'll be like, I remember the last time I saw them or the last time I talked to them, and it was like this and it was like that. Yesterday energy reminds me of that, where it's like, today's going to be a day to remember, but I'm not sure why. I don't know why, but yesterday felt like that. Today's going to be a day to remember, even though everything looks so calm and chilled, but I'm not sure why, is going to be a day to remember. And then we come to today, and the moon is in Leo. And with the moon in Leo, Leo energy deals with courage. Leo is the lion. Leo energy deals with masculine energy, fire energy. Masculine energy meaning extroverted energy, meaning I feel energized when I take action, is, you know, what you get when you think of masculine energy, fire energy. I am energized from taking action. The moon is in a place where we are energized from taking action. So the positive aspects of moon and Leo, you know, get energized from creatively expressing yourself. Design something, create something, dance, sing, help, teach children, get energized from that. But for me, with the moon and Leo energy, squaring Mercury in Aries, and it's not that far from Chiron, I think of moon and Leo energy squaring Mercury in Aries, where it's like communication. There's something about communication that feels restricted. So it's like, say something happens where it's like a person don't have all the information. And with the moon in Leo, it's like they have the courage to act on whatever it is that they're feeling or whatever, when really you need to stop and get all of the information. It's like something about information being restricted, and probably has been restricted. And because of the restriction of information, people are acting off of are acting in a way that, like, I think of the dried forest or woods example. It's like, we need compassion, we need emotion, we need intuition, we need grace. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting because normally these energies for me normally focus on self, but for whatever reason, since yesterday's message, it feels more like the world. We have the owl coming out as the spirit animal. With the owl coming out as a spirit animal, it brings me to reading between the lines. It brings me to, with the owl energy, I think of like, it's not just what was said. Like, as an empath, for me, it's not a person's facial expressions or the tone in their voice. Because, you know, if a person is dedicated enough, they could master working on that. It's about the energy that they give off. And it's like, you can't hide energy. You can't mask energy. You know, for me, energy never lies, and you can't mask energy. You can't hide energy. You can't lie about energy. And with the owl energy here, it brings me back to energy. It's all about energy. With the owl energy, it brings me to coming to a point where it's like, you don't depend on your eyes to see the truth anymore. You feel out energy. So when it comes to today, the moon is in Leo, and the moon is in a place where some of us could find ourselves being so self-righteous or so self-absorbed that we don't take the time to have compassion or see the whole thing. And the energies in the day adds up, reduce to number 8 vibration. And the number 8 energy deals with authorities. The number 8 energy deals with power struggle, deals with control. So I think of like pissing contest type of vibe. It's like something happening in the world and it's like a pissing contest. Even though, you know, because we're limited when it comes to information, we hear a different side of what's really happening, even though people are affected from this. Also too, when I think of like the moon in Leo, I think of like the inner world is in a place where we're nurtured by self. But then Pluto in Aquarius is transforming and opposing tension between us and others, you know, between you and society. You know, you as a person, what's happening in the world. It's like what's happening in the world might be forcing you, or feels like it's forcing you to make changes in your life that you're not ready to change, or compromise in ways that you don't want to. When it comes to the tarot, we have the Sun card, and the Sun card comes out in the reversal position. And I'm seeing these different right now in the sense, like, I think of the owl being connected with the moon, and then the Sun card in the reversal position, which says that, you know, a lack of sun. And when I think of a lack of sun, I think of a lack of light when it comes to a situation. And I think of how the moon is in Leo, and the Sun card connects to Leo energy, but Leo energy with the T-square being made to it feels to a certain extent like it is under pressure with the T-square being made to it. So when it comes to this energy right here, it brings me to discernment, using discernment to see and engage with what's in front of you and not just your eyes. The thought that's coming to mind is like how there's a shift when it comes to, say, our world. And, you know, like, say back since like 2020 or whatever, a shift may have happened and there's new energy here. And from new energy being here, you know, some of us might be able to recognize and see things, or even recognize people that walk amongst us that are like, your eyes might feel like, you know, everything looks normal, but your energy, the energy is telling you a different story. And I feel like that's what I get from this here. But with the Sun in the reversal position, the Sun card in the reversal position, and the position and what's happening with the moon, it's almost like it feels like what's happening feels bigger than me. But at the same time, I'm not going to quit, is what I get with the vibe. Or feeling pressure coming from outside of you, to where feeling forced to conform, but having a hard time dealing with that. Mondays are ruled by the moon. So to me, this is a Monday that feels a bit emotional to a certain extent. And it feels emotional because for some, it might feel like something about your voice. It's like your voice feels like, it's like the voice feel like it's taken to a certain extent. Maybe it might be something with social media or the internet service or something, but something about the voice keeps coming up for me. But the positive aspects being made to the moon is a part of a trine with Neptune and Pisces and the stellium that's happening in Taurus. So when I think of the trine that's being made, I think of this sense of security and stability when it comes to the tangible and material aspects of life. So it's like when it comes to our comforts, it's like that is present. But communication, I feel like it's some restriction around communication, something around not feeling heard or not feeling heard or allowed to express yourself the way how you would like. Something restricted when it comes to expression. And the energies in the day adds up and reduces to number 8 vibration. And when I think of the number 8 energy, and I think of people who are strongly associated with it, and how, you know, that energy is known for its resting bitch face vibe, because that energy holds everything in. So the face just looks so stern on the outside. But what I'm imagining when I'm thinking of that energy is like, I think of like a balloon getting ready to bust. It's like someone is like holding stuff in so much to where pressure is building up. And it's important to release. It's like, how do you release? For me, I release through walking and journaling, along with every now and then I'll turn on my recorder and vent. And from that, I'm able to release, because I'm able to, from journaling and venting, I'm able to express what I'm holding within. Because even though some of us will want to go share with others, like, we're mostly biased when we're sharing stuff with people, because there are things that we're holding back for different reasons. Where if it's just you and you alone, and you're able to honestly vent without protecting your image or reputation, you're able to be honest with yourself, as everything will come out. And in the process of doing so, you know, the solutions will come too. The solutions eventually will come too. So when it comes to a day like today, definitely finding ways to deal with your emotions or release tension or release emotions, because things will come up around stability and security today. Yes, there's this feeling of stability and security as far as finances or just the fact that familiarity, there's security or a sense of security and stability around familiarity, but there's some kind of a restriction when it comes to expression and communication. It's almost like the courage within me. It's like there's a dimming of the light. Something can make our light feel dim today. But I feel like this is something that's being felt worldwide. And in result of it, we could hear things happening in the world where, you know, with whatever's happening, people are tired of their light being dimmed. And in result, you know, outlash, like backlash, outlash, the feeling of like outbursts. But when it comes to a day like today, you know, Saturn energy has an influence over the day because Saturn is the ruler of time. The moon is in Leo, so the sun also influenced the day. So it's like ego and structure and time. So there's something about restrictions or there's something about time, whether time feels slowed down or sped up. But I feel like with Saturn energy, it will almost feel like some kind of an authority. It's like the whole boot on the neck type vibe. It's like laying down the law. Like, so at work for some, it might feel like power struggle between you and your boss or you and your colleagues or whatever. Yeah, that could be a thing. But main thing to me when it comes to a day like today is, how are you releasing energy? How are you releasing energy? And when it comes to the owl energy, remember that like nothing is personal. Nothing is personal. Nothing is personal. Nothing is personal. Yeah. Nothing is personal. So it's important for you to journal, to remind yourself of that people's actions is a reflection of them, their insecurities, and how limited they might feel. And it's up to you as to whether you become in agreement with them and believe whatever their behavior is trying to tell you about yourself, or you reject it because you know that, you know you're better than that, you know that's not you. So when it comes to a day like today, how are you releasing energy? How are you managing your energy? How are you releasing your energy? And also too, Mondays are great days for self-care. This is a day where self-care is more important than anything. And for me, self-care might be on your break. You know, you take your break by yourself and you take it in a quiet place. And you probably also meditate while you're on break, eating lunch or whatever. So instead of listening to YouTube or listen to whatever, instead you sit silently and enjoy every bite of your meal. Be present as you chew every part of it, you know, and just give that moment to yourself. Take that moment in silence. Or say as you're showering and getting ready for the day, you know, use that moment to really bring attention to all parts of you and show gratitude and appreciation for, you know, you and your existence, and be grateful to yourself for all that you've done and your confidence and your courage, your bravery, or the fact that you even try. It was such a pleasure sharing this message with you.
Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me, because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say Self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below.
Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a pink heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.